Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Life Lessons with Bookie Bash, and this is a personal space where I share things that I know and I've learned as a mind coach, and I bring things to you in perspective. If you are just happening for the very first time, you are welcome. My name is Bookie Bash, and I am a fashion entrepreneur and a mind coach. And here I'm going to be sharing things with you that would help you understand how your mind works so that you can have a better and a richer life experience. Now, speaking of the word experience, what am I going to be talking about today? Experience. Yes, we're going to be zooming in on the word experience because there is a popular phrase that says experience is the best teacher. And I disagree. I don't quite agree. I have a different perspective. And you might disagree with me, but I understand why. But just wait till I explain what I mean. Because your perception of something actually determines your experience. I shared a video on perception and perspective, and I said what you think something is what it is to you. That doesn't necessarily mean that that's how it is in reality, because there's reality and there's materiality. And I said that the world that we are experiencing as real, as physical, doesn't exist as physical. We are only experiencing it as physical because we have a mind that works. So, what is experience? Experience is more like a language than it is a teacher, because experience is the strongest way information is impressed in our mind. And the reason why people say experience is the best teacher is because experience is the strongest way information gets impressed upon our mind. Now, information gets impressed upon our mind in different ways. When we see, when we feel, when we taste, when we touch, all that information is going into our mind. Our mind is processing it and it is presenting it to us in form of a perception. So it's more about moving information. So it's more about communication. Communication is when you transfer information from point A to point B and there is a feedback. In this case, the feedback is your perception, whether it's a tangible perception or it's an intangible perception. A tangible perception would be your physical experience in terms of what your sensory perceptions can hold, what you can see, what you can feel, taste, and touch. That's a tangible perception. But there are intangible perceptions. And that's what you most times call perspective. How you view things, the way you consider them, how you view them. If you want to watch my full video on perception and perspective, you can check the link in the description of this video to see my whole explanation on the word perception and perspective, so you can get a better insight to the word perspective. So, but speaking about experience, let me just give you a simple analogy so you understand what I mean when I say experience is not a teacher, it's a language. Now, let's say there is a classroom and there's a teacher. A teacher is teaching a subject, let's just say mathematics, for example. Now, this teacher is most likely communicating in a language, let's say English or French or whatever language. Now, what the teacher is trying to do is trying to transfer information from his own mind to the mind of the students, so the students can understand the subject and gain perspective, understand the concepts, and then they are able to understand it the way he does. So now, to say that experience is the teacher would mean that experience is the one teaching. But the language for the teaching is actually what experience is, because it is a channel of communication. Because the information is being transferred using the language. It is the language that is being used to move information from the teacher's mind to the students. Then you now want to ask, who is the teacher? Who is really teaching? To be honest, is the creator. God is the creator. And God is the teacher. Now, that's actually the teacher, not experience. But God uses experiences as a language to communicate. Now, I wouldn't want to say God is the only teacher, because in this space, there are other teachers. There are other teachers, and these other teachers are not physical. They are not tangible. Because I told you there is reality and materiality. And in the real world is not tangible. And experience is a channel that is used in communicating between the real world and the matter real world. Now, so many things communicate with people, good and bad. positive and negative. So there are many teachers. The question is, who is teaching you? Experience is not teaching you. There is somebody teaching you. Is it God the creator or something else? God teaches. Yes, he teaches. But the question is, do you get the message? There is always a message. And the thing is this, when you get the message, is either the message is true or is a lie. Now, there's one thing to get the message. It's another thing to know whether what this person is saying is true or this person is lying. Because the thing about language is this. You can use language to tell the truth. You can use language to lie. You can use language to do all sorts of things. You can use language to abuse. You can use language for different things. Now, the world that is intangible, the reality world, and the world that is tangible, the matter reality world, experience is a channel of communication for non-material and non-tangible entities. They create life experiences. But the question is, do you get the message? Some experiences lie. Some of you, your experiences may be lying to you, but you don't know. And you're defining your life by your life experience. You are not your experience. You are who you are. You are not your experience. And you may even be getting the wrong message. And you see, when you don't even understand a certain language, you may not even get the message. Why? Because you don't even know that it is a language. In your mind, you are thinking it is a teacher. And as long as you are thinking it's a teacher, you have it all twisted. You have it all wrong. But when you understand that it is a language, when you understand that it is a channel of communication, you will take a pause and rethink about your life experience. Some things may have happened to you that might have been pleasant. Some may have not been so pleasant. What is the message? And who was communicating in the message? You are not your experience. And not every message that comes through experience comes from the Creator. Not everything comes from God. Some do and some don't. So when you experience something, take a pause. Think, reflect. Do not identify with the experience. Do not attach your person with the experience, because you are not your life experience. So it doesn't matter what you're experiencing in life right now. It can change. How would you change your life? Just change your perception and perspective. I spoke about it in my video on perception and perspective. I need you to watch it so you can have a better understanding. Do not identify with your experience. You might be experiencing something that appears to make you look not very rich, not very influential, not very affluent. If you agree and identify with that experience, that experience is you, then that is what it is. And it will keep repeating in cycles, because it will keep impressing strongly on your mind that this is who you are. And then no matter what you do, that's how your life will just continue to be, because you have identified with your experience. You have said that this is what you are because this is what you are experiencing. People will tell you, based on what I have experienced, so this is it and this is it. Remember, experience is a language. It is not a teacher. Many things teach. Remember the analogy I gave you in the classroom. There is a teacher, there is a language, and there is a message. The message is the subject of mathematics. The language is the English or French or whatever. And then there's a teacher, which is the person behind the teaching. That is the person using the language to send information to your mind. So things are constantly sending information to your mind, tangible and intangible. The question is, are you getting the message? Are you getting the right message? Now, I want you to reflect on these thoughts and think about it. Let me know your comments. Let me know your questions. Let me know any area that is not clear. But the life lesson today is that experience is not your teacher. You have a role to play to make God your teacher, the creator of the world your teacher. He can use the channel of experience to communicate a message. And of course, God can communicate to you through anything. He is the master communicator. You can just be looking at a wall and you are hearing the message. You're just looking at a wall and you are getting the message. Is experience being used as a channel to communicate? So having this perspective on the word experience, I believe that you see things better. And I really don't want you to attach your life with your life experience, because life can be very funny at times. Sometimes you'll be wondering that why is life not balanced? Why is this life not balanced? It's because people's perspective on words and thoughts on reality is not really balanced. And until you know what life is in reality, you wouldn't really have a proper holistic view of what life really is and how it really exists in reality. I hope you learned something today. I hope you learned something from this life lesson. So if you have comments, if you have questions or something you'd like to say, or how this information or how this thing I shared, how it resonated with you, let me know in the comment section, and I'll be glad to read your comments. Remember to share this video with your friends. It would help a whole lot of people get better perspective. Remember to like, remember to comment, remember to share, and remember to subscribe to my channel. And also look out for the next video I'm going to post. Till then, thank you so much for your time and thank you for watching my video.